what love is. I know you can show me. Hey guys, welcome to a new healing video for you this week.
We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up.
I'm super excited. I just received a astrology reading, and she channels a song every time she does her astrology reading. Baba G, I highly recommend checking her out. I'll put a link below. Baba G, Baba Jolie guided messages on YouTube, and she'll channel a song. And so for me, that was the song. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. So I just listened to a trauma healing relationship 5-day summit. Amazing brother doing some amazing work in relationships, and his name is Terry Real. Terry, Terry, and then the word real, Real. And I was so inspired by his work. I was like, wow, this is making a lot of sense. This is speaking directly to a lot of the challenges I'm having in my own inner child trauma and in my relationships. And I decided to dedicate today's healing to to integrating and doing some activations based on some of his biggest takeaways. So he has a book called Fierce Intimacy, and we'll just do some infinity healings to activate some of the wisdom from that book. So enjoy. Would you like an infinity healing to activate the parts of you in a relationship that are what he calls the functional adults, and to clear or shift or integrate or harmonize or whatever's needed the adaptive child? So the adaptive child is like, you either love me or you don't. The adult is, hey, let's say the adaptive child says, it's my way or nothing. And the adult version of ourselves says, there's a win-win situation where you win and I win. Your emotions are valid, my emotions are valid. They're all valid. So would you like to have a healthy, integrated, empowered version to observe the adaptive child, the way you've been reacting or being based on your traumas that helped you in the past to adapt based on your traumas, but now are causing problems in your relationships? So observing them, and when someone's calling you out, or as my partner says, calling you in about those things, to observe it and then to react from the adult version. Would you like that? So to choose to use your adult brain rather than the child brain. Would you like that? To shift out of fight, flight, or fix, especially for men. Yes. Yeah, this is a great point. You will experience what he calls a whoosh, a triggered reaction for the rest of your life, because like, I fell for this trap myself. I was like, I can't get into a relationship till I heal these traumas. And for me, it was like so much traumas that it comes out, like I call it the Hulk. Like it's just some strong force, fierce energy that's trying to protect my inner child, and it scares people off. And because it's like the Hulk, it's like, so I was like, I've been working on the Hulk to contain the Hulk, but it comes out and it's like, that's the triggered reaction. And it'll be there for the rest of your life, because your adaptive child doesn't ever go away, no matter how much therapy or how much healing you have. So would you like an infinity healing to accept that you have triggers and embrace them, accept them, integrate them, love them, and from that place, we're able to do something about it? Would you like that? Would you like an infinity healing to show the inner child that it is safe at all times? And it's safe to ask for help, and it's safe to ask for love and support when it's feeling vulnerable and scared. And would you like an infinity healing to manage the emotional triggers? Okay. Would you like an infinity healing to experience infinite freedom, including freedom from our own triggered responses? Would you like an infinity healing to break out of the behaviors we started integrating based on the unhealthy behaviors of our mom or dad, mother or father? So the example here he uses here is having a controlling parent, and then we learned to like exaggerate or lie in order to adapt. So when someone has a behavior, it's really important for us to go, they're not lying. It's not personal. They're not lying. I mean, it's a big one. So for me, it's like the person is not, I'll use a personal example, is not sharing the truth because they're afraid that I will react negatively if they share the truth. So they're not doing it to lie to me, to deceive me. They're doing it out of their own trauma responses, where in the past, when they did share the truth, it wasn't safe. Would you like to know that your partners are doing the best and it's not personal and it's their own survival mechanisms? Yes. I learned to withhold information out of fear reaction, there you go, which then turned into guilt and shame. Would you like an infinity healing to master your own self-esteem, love yourself, think of yourself in a positive way, be compassionate with yourself, accept your flaws, you are enough, you do matter? Would you like that? Would you like an infinity healing to observe the inner critic? Most people stop there. I am not good enough. Step 2 is to go, my inner child feels not good enough. And then even the step beyond that is my inner child sharing that it's not good enough, and I'm letting it know, hey, little guy, you are great enough. You are amazing. So then you respond. Using loving firmness to counter the harshness. Would you like that? Would you like an infinity healing to actively use warmth and love? To really know when you're in your adopted child, when you're in your mature adult. To break out of performance-based esteem. I am good enough because of all the work that I'm doing, all the money I'm making. To break out of attribute-based esteem, I feel good enough because I earn my trophy wife, my car, my home, etc. To break out of others-based esteem, I have worth because other people think I do. Yes, to break out of that. So to be in the healthy center, where you're not superior and you're not inferior, you are the same as. Would you like to have that in a healthy default way? To break out of the one down, I'm less than, shame energy, or the one up, I'm better than, grandiosity. Would you like that? To clear any form of that, either directed at the other or to yourself. To clear any and all contempt, How do you pronounce that? Contempt. The root of all psychological violence. Using healthy boundaries when best. Breaking out of any and all forms of abuse, disempowering abuse, which is shame-based, and false empowerment, which is grandiosity. Observing what is triggering us, the thoughts, the feelings, and physical sensations. Having external and internal healthy boundaries. Letting go of being controlled, demanded, or pressured to do some things, and doing that to your partner. Making sure all your sexual needs are met and not using it in any form of way of punishing or being in control. And to know your needs and ask for your needs and experience receiving your needs in and out of your relationship. Meaning, if I desire to have fun, I can have fun on my own. I can have fun with friends, and I can have fun with my partner. But let's say my partner's sick for a week. It doesn't mean my whole life falls apart. I'm still, taking care of myself, making sure my needs are met. Just let it. Just any. It's a good point. The best strategy to extinguish a woman and a man's sexual desire is to demand it. Anytime you demand things, it just kind of turns the other person off. Mastering both inner and outer boundaries. If someone's saying something in the relationship, know thyself. I have tattooed on my arm. Know who you are. So if someone's saying something, ask yourself, is this true? If it's true, receive it as constructive feedback. And if it's not true, they can share it. You know yourself. Take it in, don't take it in. Don't take it in if it's not true. I really needed to hear this right now. Boundaries versus walls. So I remember just pushing, like just losing myself in the relationship. My moon is in Pisces. I'm cusp Pisces. Pisces is very water. You just kind of merge with the other person. So, and then where do I end and they begin. So boundaries versus walls. I've been putting up walls thinking I was creating healthy boundaries. Not okay, because the walls terrifies my partner. And fair enough, I would be terrified by a wall that just out of nowhere happens. So, an infinity healing to have healthy boundaries and to put down your walls. Knowing that this boundary is internal, it's internal work. So the healthy balance between having no boundaries and having huge walls. Walls are important when you're like, okay, listen, like you're crossing a boundary. I actually said I would like to stop this conversation right now. I'm not feeling safe. The wall comes up. Verbal abuse, rudeness, anything that you choose not to tolerate. Don't keep up the walls. Don't keep the walls up, because that becomes passive aggressive. Would you like an infinity healing to break out of desperation, manipulation, poor self-esteem, the love me, I'll do anything mindset, dependency, and loving too much in the unhealthy way? And would you like an infinity healing, or from the wrong place, I would say? Would you like an infinity healing to clear use of control and anger when demands don't work, retaliating, abusers, violence, do what I say or else, shifting out of that mindset, shifting out of the mindset that withdraws, gets depressed, resigns, the part that disengages, you're not worthy of me, no one's good enough, you don't deserve me, indifferent, passive aggressive, spirit of meanness, snob, elite, racism also lives in this area. Would you like to shift out of that? Question, where do you go when you're triggered and hurt? Where is your safe, happy place? Clearing being boundaryless, and clearing being dependent. Saying boundaryless people are dependent, and also clearing overt and covert controlling. Clearing anxiety, feeling emotionally abandoned, neglected, clearing being needy, other-based esteem, avoidance, mistrust, intimacy, blocks, trust issues, disengagement, remember that if we're upset I'm upset with this pattern. I'm frustrated with this cycle. I'm angry at the fact that this keeps happening. So distinguishing that it's the pattern, not the person. Shifting into harmony and away from disharmony. Choosing to love our partners where they're at. Getting out of unhealthy perfectionism. The 5 losing strategies, getting out of trying to be right. Doesn't work. Controlling your partner, shooting your partner, direct and indirect control, doesn't work. Control is an illusion. Unbridled self-expression, bringing up everything but the kitchen sink. You never. I have a big rule in relationships: never bring up past experiences. If something comes up now, let's keep it in the now. Hey, this thing just happened and I felt this way. So look into nonviolent communication, because like I call in my the other day we were talking, and I was like, "Whoa, that statement is going to start a war," because I have Aries in my chart, and my partner has Aries in our chart. Aries is ruled by Mars, the god of war. So it's like if we're both not feeling safe, and one person says, "You always or you never do this," it's like that's going to start a war. Let's not. Is there a better way to say that? So it's like in this moment, I feel this, or in this moment I'm experiencing you not doing this, but you never do it. I've all, just bringing up the past, not healthy. I don't think it's healthy. um, you always, you never. Yeah, one thing at a time. Let's Are we coming at it from a place of I want to resolve, or are we coming at it from a place of I just want to complain and create problems? So the healthy balance between sharing and excessive sharing. Not sharing at all, excessive sharing. Getting rid of retaliation, revenge mindset, no shaming or guilting. Being the perpetrator while playing the victim. Passive aggressive, rage and aggression, clearing all of that. Clearing withdrawal. So the adaptive child sees things as black and white, doesn't want intimacy, but protection. As a perfectionistic side of you, relentless, rigid, harsh, hard, certain, and right. The mature adult version of you sees the gray areas, can pause, is realistic, forgiving, flexible, warm, yielding, humble, and relaxed. A recommendation to write a letter to your adaptive child. Dear inner child, thank you for what you did for me. These are the things you've given to me. Think of the pros of all that it's given to you. And these are the things that you've cost me. Examples are intimacy, vulnerability, connection. I'm here now, the functional adult. I'm in charge now. You can let go and trust me. That's a beautiful exercise. Would you like, these are what he calls the 5 winning strategies from his book, New Rules of Marriage. Would you like an infinity healing to shift from complaint to request? Hey, babe, I would love it if moving forward you do this. Complaint, I hate it when you do this. Would you like an infinity healing to shift into speak to repair with love and respect? Would you like an infinity healing to shift into listening with compassion, empowering each other, cherishing one another? Yes. Speaking with love, remember that you love this person. I love that. It seems so simple, but when you're really frustrated and you just see them in their worst, just remembering that you actually love this person and that this person actually loves you. In those moments when I have that, I remember once getting this huge download, and we were having a pattern of arguments. And I just went to the washroom, and my Piscean moon side just got this huge download. This is all an illusion. Not that all of life, not only is all of life an illusion, form of an illusion, but every time we're stuck in these like, it just feels like sometimes it's petty stuff and we're just going back and forth. It's all an illusion. Another phrase that I heard that resonates: love is the only truth. So it seems oversimplified, but in the moments when you're like, wait a minute, this is not real, like we're just arguing, obviously we want to honor our emotions and what's important for us in a relationship, but when there's times where it's like, it's all just like not real. And in those moments when you realize, okay, none of this is actually real, what's real is my love. And then when you can just like crack a joke or share your love, it's almost like we remember that we're love and we're empowered, and we forget that we are love and we're disempowered. So it's like when you remember you're loved, you can use humor and kind of bring the frequency back into our heart space. I love this. Hey, the intention of I want to take some time. My intention is to resolve what came up. So being clear, saying, because without that grounded intention, it's like, hey, wait, an hour went by and all we did was argue on top of each other's voices. So the intention is resolving. Resolving means I'm listening, you're listening, I'm breathing, you're breathing, and we're resolving. Speak up for yourself with love. Would you like that? I love this. First of all, I just want to tell you that I love you. And then go, when you said this, I felt loving firmness. Yeah, I don't like it when you do this. I love it when you do that, right? Which one sounds better? Yeah, negative past focus. I hate it when you always do this. Hey, babe, moving forward, I'd love it if you can do this. Give an invitation to what they can do. I would love it if you can do this moving forward. You don't have the right to be angry at me for something you have not asked for. You are responsible to know what your needs are and to ask for your needs. Requesting is vulnerable. Don't tell them what they're doing wrong. Tell them how they can make it better or do it better. I would say it's fully okay to experience so healthy emotions. Today in our group healing, we're talking about emotions, and it was like someone mentioned negative emotions, and just went on a rant about there. I don't believe there are negative emotions. There are emotions that want to be released. There are emotions that want to be felt, right? Like, so when I express anger and rage, is that negative? If I'm in a room by myself and I'm just releasing anger and rage, that's actually positive. If I'm taking out my anger on someone else and they didn't do anything to deserve it, that is not okay. Is it okay for me to just look outside of the window and just scream to release the anger? And we have the right to feel our emotions, but not take it out on our partner. So would you like an infinity for that? Beautiful. So just honestly, there's so much here. So I think we're gonna just pause it right here. And yeah, I would maybe put some links below if you guys are interested in learning more. And that is it for now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. I love you guys. I appreciate you. We have a whole Love in 5D today in our monthly group call. one of our members was talking about relationships, and we let them know that we have the Love in 5D program for those of you who are desiring to manifest a soulmate in your life, a life partner. Powerful program, clears everything in the way of you being able to have the best relationship with yourself and with your life partner and soul family. We'll put the link below for those of you who want to join our monthly inner circle group. We'll put a link below. You guys notice there's a little insect right there. Here in Tulum, Mexico, if any soul family are here, please let us know. And stay tuned for the new moon. Actually, this will be going out on Wednesday, and the new moon's today, so that doesn't make sense for me to promote it. But if you miss it, check it out on all social media. Is it a cockroach? No, it's a little gecko. Is it a gecko, babe? Right there.
Gecko.
Trying to do the sound they did. Yes, I'm still recording. My partner just walked in. You want to say hi?
Hi.
I just spent the last hour talking about all the problems we have in our relationships.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Great. Hi.
Don't tell her anything.
This is your venting.
Don't tell her
this
anything.
Is your
I feel so hurt.
It's your release.
by my soul tribe. They hold me and they just let me speak forever, and they never say stop.
And I never ever say anything back, which is beautiful, right? You can just
Thanks, right? All right, so that's that. I appreciate you guys. We're rebuilding our channel. We lost our 13,000 subscribers, and I am just so inspired to like double, triple our reach. So if you feel you're benefiting from these weekly videos, creating 2 videos for you every week, and we've got the ongoing podcast that we're relaunching, and we've got new music content that we're putting out, and retreats every now and then, and the new moons and the full moon. So please invite your friends to join our community so we can reach more people, make a bigger difference as we continue to commit to your growth and transformation. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
We are